And Headlines Today reporters have fanned out across Delhi to bring you the latest ground reports as this dance of democracy gets underway. Let me quickly bring in Headlines Today's Smita Sharma, Brijesh Pandey and Executive Editor Javed Ansari for more on this. Smita, coming to you first. You're in Gandhi Nagar and in East Delhi, it's being said that Kiran Bedi will bring about a change. Women's safety, she told Rahul Kanwal, was her top priority. How is Delhi, how is East Delhi reacting to Kiran Bedi?
Gaurav, if I may just correct you a little bit, I'm in Shastri Nagar really, and here this is the place where Ajay, Maken, the Congress is of course the main campaign phase, the chief ministerial phase will be here in the next few minutes. Right behind me is this Congress new election office in a way which Ajay Maken will be inaugurating. People there on the stage, you can see all these tricolors, the Congress banners, also a lot of in fact firecrackers being lit here, showers in fact being rose petals being showered upon people, the crowds around here, NSUI flags as well, and people here wearing these caps really. If you can see, इनके cap में जो लिखा हुआ है बेदाग नाम ढेरों काम अजय माकन की यही पहचान. This is essentially the Congress plank. They say that Ajay Maken has proved himself as an able administrator in the past in different roles. He's a clean face. He's not somebody who's tainted with corruption allegations, unlike the Sheila Dixit government in the past elections, which of course had a huge anti-incumbency factor as well. And in fact, that's why in their addresses from the stage, the other leaders have been raising issues of the government not being able, the BJP government at the center not being able to deliver on promises of black money, and how that under the Congress leadership really Delhi has progressed in the past. So Ajay Maken, who will be here in a short while from now, and after this we'll be marching all the way up to Sarai Rohila and then go and file his nomination papers in Vikas. So then one quick reaction from an old gentleman who has been dancing to the beats of Dhol and Bhangra. Ajay Maken को आपको क्यों लगता है क्यों जीतना चाहिए, वो क्यों अच्छा उम्मीदवार है?
बहुत काम किए हैं, मिनिस्टर भी रहे हैं वो, और उनका हमारे ऊपर बहुत सिक्कों में भी उन्होंने बहुत लड़ाई लड़ी है, और इसके लिए हम उनको दबा के रहेंगे.
Gaurav, you can feel the pulse clearly. These elections are just amazingly energetic and colorful, like a never before seen elections in Delhi.
This indeed is the case. Brijesh Pandey also joins us from East Delhi. Brijesh, if we were to talk about the BJP, while they seem to be coming together, the big question remains the major infighting within the party, whether it's Satish Upadhyay supporters, Jai Bhagwan Agarwal, Abhay Verma, Nakul Bharadwaj, Shikha Rai. It's a long list of disgruntled party leaders.
Well, absolutely. I think the biggest challenge now for the senior party leaders, especially party president Amit Shah, would be to make sure that BJP is one house, and they have to make sure that factionalism ends. Gaurav, the biggest problem for them is that they don't have enough time on their hand, and they'll have to work really hard to ensure this. Yesterday, I was talking to a senior cabinet minister in the Modi cabinet, and he said that this is one problem which they are thinking, and they are very worried about the fact that that there's intense factionalism. Factionalism was before that, but with the lateral entry of Kiran Bedi, the party thought that it might have a phase 2 project, but the party couldn't actually come up with a convincing answer that why it had deserted Dr. Harshvardhan, who was in the last assembly election the chief ministerial phase, somebody who almost brought BJP on the door of the power in Delhi. Why he has not been projected is one question which has actually never been articulated by the senior leadership. There is a deep dissent, but looks like that the senior party leadership might be able to prevail upon these disgruntled elements and to make sure that they will be able to work for election of Kiran Bedi as the Chief Minister of Delhi. But it's a hard task, definitely, Gaurav.
And let me get BJP spokesperson Ijaz Ilmi to respond to this. Your campaign coming together a little too late, factionalism hurting your party, and why this switch from Dr. Harshvardhan to Kiran Bedi?
Well, as far as factionalism is concerned, it's normal and genuine for people who haven't got tickets and their supporters to come and protest in a democratic fashion at the party headquarters and reach out to top leadership. But the fact is that all this happens till the day of nomination and till the day of withdrawal in all parties. This is genuine aspiration of the cadre who wants their leaders and supporters to get tickets. But everybody can't be accommodated, and the party understands that these disgruntled people who are upset need to be spoken to and reached out to, and the party is working round the clock to ensure that we have a united party, and we are a united party. And you'll notice this, that a campaign is going to get very, very on the fast track by tomorrow once the nominations are over.
Okay, but is this too little and too late? Let me bring in Executive Editor Javed Ansari for more on this as we show you pictures of the Krishnanagar rally of the BJP of Kiran Bedi. Brijesh, as far as Kiran Bedi is concerned, she started her day early meeting constituents, members of her assembly seat, the seat that she hopes to fight from. But is the BJP coming together to support her wholeheartedly, or is there fear of a sabotage?
Well, there's a fear of sabotage. Absolutely, there's no denying the fact. And I think, when we talk to several leaders, they also admit in private that the bigger danger to them is not Arvind Kejriwal, but internal sabotage. Because, the day when her candidature was announced for the post of Chief Ministerial Candidate of Delhi, immediately Dr. Jagdish Mukhi, who has been a several-time MLA, Manoj Tiwari, they all came out in open and started voicing their disgruntlement. It was only after the party leadership cracked the whip and asked them to explain their conduct. They backtrack. But there are several people who have not come out in the open, but they are also extremely wary of the kind of decision that has been made. If you remember post May 2014, whenever party has taken a decision or has released a list, there has not been as many protests as we are witnessing in Delhi. The command, the control of Amit Shah and Narendra Modi over the BJP is absolute. So It was very surprising what we witnessed yesterday, and it's a cause of worry for the senior BJP leaders, because they know that if they go ahead and decide to sit at their home, then it could be curtains for the BJP's ambition to rule Delhi and the centre at the same given point of time. Gaurav?
Okay, the BJP has a very young face from the New Delhi Assembly seat. It is Nupur Sharma, and my colleague Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu just spoke to Nupur. Let's listen in.